Welcome! This course will cover the algebra you need to have in future mathematics courses. But more broadly, this course will cover the mathematics and algebra you will need in all different academic subjects. This foundational class will introduce you to the rules, formulas, variables, and other concepts that you will find in algebra. However, different from many other algebra classes where topics seem to have no relevance, the applications in this class will apply to courses you are likely to take in the future so that you're prepared. Not only that, but the algebra you learn in this course will help you with every future mathematics course you take. We will begin by introducing you to mathematical notation, rounding rules, and different types of numbers that you will use in chemistry, economics, business, and statistics. So what are variables? The word actually comes from the root to vary. So what we mean in mathematics is that it's an element or quantity that can change. For example, if I have some money in my wallet and I want to buy some notebooks and some pens, let's say that we let X be the number of notebooks and Y be the number of pens. Then with the same money, each semester I could purchase a different number of notebooks and pens depending on my needs. Merriam-Webster defines a variable as an element, feature, or factor that is liable to vary or change. A quantity that during a calculation is assumed to vary or be capable of varying in value. Sometimes we want to talk about independent and dependent variables. An independent variable is an input into a system while the dependent variable is the outcome. Let's say we want to see if there's a relationship between two variables. Sometimes decision makers want to determine if you change one variable, what change, if any, occurs in the other variable. We call this correlation. In business, this might relate to what happens to a produce company if a drought in their region lasts 20 or 50 days. Is there a relationship between the days of drought and the company's stock? Most of the variables we will talk about in this course are quantitative, but there are also other variables called qualitative variables like color, race, gender, nationality. In these variables, we say a qualitative variable represents a quality. In algebra, we generally use the letter X to describe the variable, but sometimes we use the letter Y or P or Q. I know for students sometimes that seems rather frustrating. But most of the time, formulas use letters for variables that give you a hint as to the topic. For example, distance D equals rate R times time T. We will talk more about formulas later. But for now, what you need to know is variables represent quantities that change, and we will use them throughout algebra. We often want to know if the increase in temperature causes an increased use in electricity or if running an extra mile helps us lose weight. Variables and associated formulas help us to solve problems and do calculations that we need for everyday life.